Hello children, are you able to see anything on the screen? Obviously no. You cannot see anything right now. It is totally dark. Now tell me, are you now able to see anything? Of course, yes. So here I want to talk about light and the shadow. Now what is light? Light is a form of energy that helps us to see the objects or which enables the sensation of sight. That means we are able to see the things. That means the sensation of sight is active when there is light and we are able to see the things around us. That means we cannot see the things in the absence of light. So we can see only when the light is present. Now I am going to talk about the sources of light. That means from where we get the light. So that is the sources of light. So any object which produces the light or which is capable of giving light is called the source of light. Now on the basis of the source of light, there are two kinds of sources. One is the natural source of light and another is the artificial sources of light. So natural sources of light means the natural phenomenon or the natural objects which emit the light, they are called the natural sources of light, whereas the artificial sources of light are the man-made sources of light. And when we talk about the natural source of light, the sun is the ultimate source of light. The sun is the ultimate source of light. And apart from that, there are stars and the lightning and the fire caused by the nature. They are also known as the natural sources of light. Whereas when we see the artificial sources of light, that is the man-made source of light, and for example electric bulbs, candles, fluorescent tube, oil lamps, etc. In this video I am going to explain you some more terms which are related to the light. Okay, so one by one we will go through with this. So first one is the bioluminescence. Now what is bioluminescence or bioluminous object? That means the plants and the animals. Bio means the life. So plants or the animals which are able to emit lights, they are known as the bioluminous object, or the process is known as bioluminescence. Now what are the examples of this? That is the fireflies. Firefly, or you can say jugnu. Okay. Now children, another term is the luminous and non-luminous objects. Now the luminous objects are those objects that give us light of their own and help us to see things around us. They are called the luminous ones. Whereas non-luminous objects are those which do not give out light of their own. Just like the luminous objects are so many, the sun and the torch, the burning candle, the table lamp, the fluorescent tube. So these all are the luminous objects because they emit the light of their own. Whereas non-luminous objects, just like the chair, paper, human body and other things, book, pen, these all are the non-luminous objects. Now the next term is incandescent objects. Incandescent objects are those objects, those non-luminous objects which do not emit any kind of light. But when they are heated at high temperature, they will start giving light energy. They will start emitting light. Okay. For example, coal, wood, metals. Okay, these are some more examples are also there, but here you can see that coal is basically non-luminous object, but when it is heated and given the high temperature, then it will start burning. So when they burn, they will start emitting light. Similarly, wood also, when the temperature is increased, then the light will start coming out. That means they will start burning and then they will give the light. Similarly, metals also. So these are known as the incandescent. Next is the illuminated objects or the bodies. That means the object do not have their own light. Okay, they are not the luminous body, nor they are the source of light. Okay, but still they get illuminated. That means they get the light from the sun, and then the reflected light will be so bright that we can see that the things under that light. Okay, just like the moon. Moon is known as the illuminated body because they are getting the light from the sun. Okay, and the reflected light from moon is very bright and bright enough that we are able to walk on the road outside under that bright light. So moon and the planets are the illuminated objects. Now children, according to the amount of light passes through or transmitted through the materials or the objects are of three kinds. Okay. Now there are three conditions. Okay, on the basis of three conditions, the amount of light passes through or get transmitted. So in that case, when the light falls on an object, first thing, what happens? One condition is what? All light is transmitted. Okay. And the second is part of light is transmitted. This is the second condition. And the third condition is no light is transmitted. Okay, so these are the three conditions, and on the basis of these three, the objects are there. What is that? First one is the transparent medium or object, whereas this one, part of light is transmitted, that will be the translucent object, and no light, that will be the opaque one, opaque object. Now one by one I will show you the demonstration. First I will show you this thing. Okay, already the source of light, you can see the presence of light is there, and you are able to see everything. Why is it so? Because the light is passing through this object. Okay, all light is passing through this object. That's why you are able to see everything behind this. Okay, so this is a transparent object. Okay, similarly the clear glass and the clear water is the examples of transparent object. Okay, now what are translucent object? Here it comes. Here you can see that it is not very clear. Okay, you can see it is not very clear. This is called the translucent object. Here, why you are not able to see anything clear? Because only the part of light is transmitted. The part of light is transmitted and you are able to see only that thing behind this. Okay, other than that you won't be able to see. So this is the translucent object. It is not clear to you. Okay, the visibility is not very clear. Why? Because the light is passing through the translucent object. Now on the basis of the third condition, the object is opaque object. Okay. Now here you can see, this is your physics book. Are you able to see anything written behind this book? No. What you were able to see before. Okay. Here you can see, you cannot see whatever is behind the book. Okay. Here these things you can see, the physics is written over there, this you can see because it is passing somewhat the part of light. But here behind this book you won't be able to see. Why is it so? Because no light is transmitted. This object will not allow any light to pass through it. So this is called the opaque object. So children, here you can easily understand the difference between all the three objects, transparent one, translucent, and this is the opaque object.